Hello everyone, this is another lecture of today's class, which way we will be moving ahead with the orientation class and look forward what are the syllabus areas and what are the things that we have to do. We were having a discussion about two of the things that we have been through. The very first thing was that we know the skeleton of the paper, how the paper will be settled and what are the areas and what is the possibility or what is the expectation of each section that you will be having in your paper. Now we have been through again with the do and don't. We have seen what are the things we focus on and how we can ensure that we can pass. That we were had a discussion about what are the resources that we are going to use and what are the things to take care of. Now moving ahead, I will just tell you few of the things. So, like you know that ACCA has two approved. They used to be two approved publications, the BPP and the Kaplan. By the time ACC has come, ACC study hub came. So those approval is not there for the BPP and Kaplan, but those are still prepared by the same ACC or existing member or examining member of the ACC. So we can say directly ACC is not approving them, but the members who used to prepare before are also preparing the same. So the index which I have pasted over here is coming from your ACC study hub. The syllabus which is there has divided across the 19 chapters. Okay.
Okay.
The syllabus from the book that we're going to follow further divided into the 8 areas. Not in 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So I think they are 11, 12. If I'm not wrong, 4, 5. So there are 11 areas where your syllabus is divided from the book or the index that we are going to take on now. So I have just prepared a summary which is provided by Jajan by itself because I'm affiliated with them and I'm teaching with them. So I will be using the book which is provided by them and the index says that they are the 11 topic that we have to cover. So we will be covering the syllabus area considering these things in loop. After completing each portion, I will be taking some question from the Kaplan and the context of the sequence of the Kaplan kit or the BPP kit. So basically they have prepared the kit where there are the number of the questions. So how you will be going to follow the sequence? The sequence in your BPP and Kaplan are exactly same like this. Okay. So you should not have any problem while following the sequence for your section, for your question from the Kaplan and the BPP. I will be doing the question from the BPP, sorry, the Kaplan and the BPP something that on your side. After completing from both, there are small areas like I have planned this way that I have given ABCD over here just to mark or assign the area over here. So once you complete the A portion, you will be, once you complete the A portion and revise from the notebook, you will watch the Kaplan question practice or at least revise by yourself after going through the lectures. Then attempt some same question, same portion from the PP, and then you will move toward the ACC stadium. So did you got what I mean to convey that you will be having lectures, then you will go or read or just revise the Kaplan question and then BPP and then ACC stadium. Okay? Is it clear to you?
Okay.
Are we on the
Yes.
same page till now?
So there are 19 chapters.
So they are the 19 chapters from the book which is provided by the ACC itself. Okay? ACC
Okay.
stadium.
From
This is not
ACC.
the PDF work that you will be having. This is basically over their website. But the context
Okay.
or the index that we are going to follow will be this one. This one.
Okay.
They are the 11 chapters. See the context or the syllabus is same, whether it is divided across the 19 chapters, whether this is divided into the 11 chapters, or whether this is divided
Yeah.
or
Okay.
into the 12th chapter of the Kaplan book. I have just pasted this out just to give you the reference that what other things that we have to take care of. In your Kaplan, they are the 12 chapters, I guess. Yes, they're the 12th chapter that you will be having. So we will not be following this, right? We will just follow this area just to cover that we have covered the syllabus. And then you have to deal forward that you will be doing the Kaplan kit together with me, then PPP by yourself, and then move toward the ACC studio and how you will be moving toward the ACC studio. For example, after completing the A, you will be attempting the Kaplan BPP question and then move towards this portion, this slide, and just look forward where I have marked A. So once you complete the A portion, you will be attempting the question which are there according to the chapter wise or the sequence over the ACC studio in the context or in appearance of this context. So basically what happened is that over your ACC CDF, if I can show you this over the LMS, I will be sharing the same thing over the tomorrow, but the index which is there is basically the same thing. So for your section A, for your section B, the questions or the practice questions which are there are given chapter wise. So the point of discussing the chapter wise is that once you complete the A portion, you have to cover on the chapter, the question which are there, chapter 1 and chapter 1 for your section B or section A. Is that okay? Is there anything that you wanted to discuss?
Yes.
I think, is it clear to you, Siddhant and Samit?
Can you repeat it once more?
Sure. So basically, this is the index that I'm following is from the ACC Stadium. Okay.
The red color one.
Yeah. The one
Okay.
that we're going to follow is below over here. Okay. Another index that I have pasted over here is Kaplan for the reference. So they are the main 14 chapters which are there. And 19 chapters are your ACC study, right? And the other 11 chapters, I guess, from your the table of the context that we do have. So what I mean to convey, whether the syllabus is divided into the 19 chapters, whether the syllabus is divided into the 14 chapters or other in 11. All of these three books cover 100% of the syllabus, right?
They are all the same.
Same. The concept and everything are the same. The methodology, because these are the different publications, so this is divided the different portions, right?
Okay.
The one that we're going to follow will be this one.
The middle one.
Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay.
Okay.
After going through each chapter, I will have some questions from the Kaplan. So you will be revising from this book and then attempt the same question that we have done in the class for the Kaplan and move toward the BPP. And then you will move toward the question practice from the ACC Stadium. Okay. Can you able to see the marking after A, B, after C, after D, after E? Huh?
Yeah.
Can you able to see this? So this is just to enumerate that after completing these areas like A, B, C, D, these portion are these things. Okay. So after completing A and going through the BPP and Kaplan, because the sequence in the BPP and Kaplan are exactly the same thing this way, which is there. Okay. After completing from here, you will reach to the ACC Stadium and then attempt in the sequence. For example, when you will be done with G, which is there, the formation, the constitution of the company, when you will be done with the G, so you will look or have practice question if you would be going to the ACC Stadium. So you will be having some question from the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So they just have divided a portion of the law, the corporation law, into a different chapters, but the law is the same. So I'm just trying to give you like what is the roadmap that you have to follow when you will be doing the practice game. Are you clear on this point or is there any doubt?
No.
Siddhant, may I have an acknowledgement from you as well?
Clear.
Sure. Now I will be taking you to the last portion, basically the final plan, which I just explained to you right now. I will just give it a simple reading, then I will take you to what the kit, not the kit, but the summary note which I have prepared or which I have gone through, which I will be using in the classes, and then explain you what is a portion of each law which are there. And then we will begin with the very first portion which is there, and that talks about the essential element of the legal system. Okay. So the final plan will be that we will learn in the live I just give you the summary that we will be learning through the live lectures, and then I will ask you to read the questions. Then I will attempt some question from the Kaplan book in the classes. After those lectures, you will be attempting the Kaplan first by yourself, just to give yourself a revision, then move toward the BPP and ACC Stadium. Okay, this is the checklist.
You will share the summary notes, the Kaplan, BPP, and ACC study in the group.
So basically, one can assess the ACC study when they are the active registered member of the ACCA. So if you are an a student who is basically a student. So I'm supposing that you will be having an access to this portion, the ACC Studio. Other than that, I will be sharing the Kaplan kit, the BPP kit, and the
Okay.
summary note with you. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean to convey that you will be limiting yourself to this area. We will be having the live lectures, then revision from the lectures, and the caution that I will be doing in the live class, and then homework from the BPP and AC system. Then we will be having a one live mock, examiner report, technical article, and then I will give you or assign you some additional mock from the BPP and Kaplan, and that will be basically the skeleton of what are the things that you will be having in the course. Okay.
Okay.
Without getting delay, I will take you towards the index of the summary note that we're going to follow, and I will have a discussion on what are the portion that you will be, what is the basically the portion or the weightage of that portion. Okay. I would be
Okay.
asking you to please acknowledge, can you able to see the screen which I'm currently sharing with you guys?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Siddhant. So this is basically the index that I have prepared for you. Not an index, but the portion that you will be seeing, the major portion that you will be having from the capital and financing. Not in capital, but this is from this area. The three areas which are there, that will give you 30 to 40% of your paper. Okay. The formation and constitution of the company, capital financing, and corporate admission. So these three areas will be giving you to 30 to 35% to 40% of the paper. J and K will be coming in your paper for up to 14 marks. And if I say very specifically to you that this is one of the major area that you will be having, and that is also known as in corporation law. What is happening with this pen? So this is the area that you will be having for the corporation law, okay? One of the important,
Okay.
one of the core area. Okay. Then you will be having,
Yeah.
this is the corporate fraud and insolvency will be having a discussion for the 15 marks, up to 15 marks of the paper and comes. So ultimately the syllabus of the law paper is limited. So you are expected to know each and every portion, because some area will be tested as in core application of the subject. Some area will be given as an easy access to, access to easy marks. If I say the very first portion, which is their business, politics and legal system, can come for 8 marks. It could possible it can come for 9, 10 marks. But this is what an approx weightage which I have observed into the papers and the marks which I have been through. So up to 8 marks, you can expect this. By 8, I mean to say 6, 7, 5, 9, 10. So up to 8 marks, you can
Yeah.
expect coming from this area. Yes.
Around 8 marks.
Yeah, this is what my analysis that I have prepared myself. So this will, if this will be coming, so this will give you some access to easy marks, right? There was some portion where you will be having easy marks. For an example, section A, 1 marks requirement, hai na? The international law, which is not there in your UK law, this is another variant that you will be having. In the international law, you will be having up to 8 marks. Important area that would be coming or tested in your paper as an important area, right?
Yes.
Then you will be having international context that can go for 20 to 25 marks of your paper. That is a mandatory paper, mandatory area. And when I'm saying mandatory, so if I just be clear on this point, the syllabus is limited for you. Okay. And when I say that GHI makes 30 to 40% of your paper, so it could possible that because of the limited area or the limited topic, the possibilities of coming the major or every second topic from those areas are high. The possibilities of those that every second topic is tested from that area is high, because the examining team is not changing the topic very frequently, right? So you will see that second topic, every second topic or almost every topic is tested in your corporation law. Okay. And when I talk about the important areas, these are the important areas which makes the difference between the two variant. Okay. So when you are going for the specifically the global variant, so that what makes the international law as an important area. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what it is presented. You can expect up to 8 marks for the business, political and legal system, international law for 8 marks, and then international contact for 20 to 25 marks. International payment, which is again the portion or the important area because it is in global variant that you're going to study, can come up for the 10 marks. Agency and partnership law, which is there in your UK law or global law, but can give you some easy marks, and that will be there for your 10 marks. Okay. Then corporate and legal liability, legal personality, that can come for 8 marks. A 1, 2, 3, 4 question that will easy marks portion, right? Then you will be having GHI that will be talking about the corporation law, and that can give you some good weightage of the number. So basically, these are the typical questions or something more on the application. So when I say that the core areas, so the possibilities of testing the core areas in section B are higher, huh? So because ultimately there will be 5 case studies. So one could be coming from this area, the corporation law. Other would be coming from the corporate and fraud and insolvency. So we will be seeing the possibility and we will look around, and when you will be having the practice question, so you would be almost clear that what are the chances of coming first section B, what are the possibility of coming a topic or which law has an higher chance or the possibility of coming or tested in a section B. This is just to brief you about, okay?
Okay.
So do you know about one thing? There is a different type of the variant in your law paper, the UK law. I'm having some issues with the span tab today. I'm so sorry for that. So there are the 2 or 3 different types of the law variant that you will be having. In your text paper, there is a Singapore variant, right? There is a Malaysia variant, and there are other variant as well, the UK variant. When I talk about the paper that you were dealing, the law variant, they are the different variants, such as the UK variant, the global variant. So when I say the UK variant, so you basically learn about the specific things of the UK court systems. Okay.
Okay. So it's
But
only about UK.
UK very specifically, right?
Okay.
Okay. And when I do say about the global variant, so there you will be having a discussion about something, what is happening at the global level. The topic you can see by yourself are such as that international contact, right? International law, international payment. So what are the methodology of making international payment? What are the international contexts are? What are the international law itself? What are the different bodies, regulations are there? Why we reading them? Because those are the one which are there only or monitoring every country. So when I do say the global, it does mean that globalization. So whatever the countries who are into the globalization will be affecting through the same bodies who are regulating, right? World Trade Organization having an influence over many countries. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes.
So this is what it does mean. Then agency law and partnership law is something that you will be finding in both of the variant. So in your global variant, you basically do not learn the employment law. Anyone of you would like to put a reason for that? Like a suggestion, or not a suggestion, but try to put a reason for that. Why we do not have any employment law in the global variant?
It's too varied from different country to different country.
Perfect. Amazing. So this is the reason why the employment law is not there, but which is there in your UK law. Why? Because in the UK law, when we are learning about the UK court systems, so the employment law, which is very pertaining to that specific country, the UK law, the UK in the employment law in the UK territories, this is what applicable, and that is why it is given in your FO paper. So some of the syllabus are changes, right? There you learn about the real court system, magistrate court, and other things which are not there in your global law. Likewise, the international law, the international payment, the international contact, which are there here in the global law, are not in the UK law. These are the portions, these are the important things, these are the few things which basically makes the two variant different. Someone would not be asking you in the paper that what is the difference between the two. But when you will be booking the paper, so you have to select the global variant. It has a reasoning. Suppose if I'm going for the paper, I have studied the global variant and I'm going to book the paper. the UK variant, and then employment law comes, I would be losing 10 easy marks. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is what's supposed to be take care of. Okay.
Okay.
When I say the framework, it does mean the skeleton or sorry, when I do say system. So what do you understand by the system, both of you? Like if you could just give me a one line answer to this. What is your understanding by the word system? A layman in a layman language.
Like how it is followed in different countries,
Siddhant?
different systems in different countries.
Yeah. Siddhant, would you point out on this? Would you like to say something on this?
I think pretty similar, like how the laws are conducted, executed.
So can we say like what are the parties which are there who basically makes law, who administrate them? Hana? So a framework of the law can be known as a system, the legal system. So legal is something which is in accordance with the law. So when I do say the legal, it does mean that everything which is in accordance with the law. And system is talks about what is the framework which are there. What is a framework, like what are the parties who involved into the making or bringing the law, who basically look after the administration. So they're the different parties. What is the role play of the judiciary? What is the role play of the parliament? What is the role play of the Supreme Court? What
Yeah.
is the difference? What is the right of the Supreme Court and what is the right of the parliament? So these are the different things that we will be learning about. So the legal system will be talking about those things, right? When we go from one country to another country as a movement to do a business, it will be considered as in when we are dealing into the international boundaries, right? And there will be some regulations like in World Trade Organization, other regulations that require you to follow certain rule and regulations in order to make your transaction valid one. So there will be some international laws which are the second thing that we're going to learn about. Okay.
Okay.
Then we talk about the contract of sales and good. So whenever you're going to make a transaction into the sales and good, so you will be having a contract. And this is something that we will be learning about in this portion. For an example, if there is a contract, which is somewhat similar, you will find because ultimately the contract is anything or any agreement which is legally binding. Just for an example, I'm having a discussion right now. Contract is anything which is legally binding or an agreement. But the same thing we will see are is there the same applicability at the international market, or is there anything difference which is bringing when we are going toward the one territory to another? So this is the thing that we will be looking into. And when I say about the international contact, so you are dealing with different government. Hana? Hello?
Yes.
For an example, supposingly you are ordering something from one country to another. You want to buy a car from another country to your country. So you have to pay the duty, import duty, you know?
Yeah.
But do you know what was the recent news from the America tariff about the import? I'm still
Yeah,
not clear on that,
they
but
have
I'm
they
still
have
not clear what
increased
was
the
yeah.
tariffs.
Hmm.
They have
I'm
increased the
to be
tariffs.
okay, but I'm not clear what was the news. I have been not going through. But do you think that now the trade after that news will be influenced? Will
No.
that be having an impact on that? They are imposing something on the tariff as the import, so will impact will not be affected by that. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I want you to know, like for example, the recent news which just came out from the America, they were having some imposition on tariff, or there was some news, right? And that was in
Yes.
government role play.
Yes.
Yes or no? That was from the government.
Yes.
Yes.
So can we say when it comes to the international contract, so you're not just dealing with a supplier and buyer, you also have to take care of the other government as well. Hana?
Yes.
So we will be learning some portion of that in international contract, okay? Then we will learn about the agency law and partnership law, some of the easy area and should not be missed or should not be lose any marks out of this. Okay. Then
Okay.
corporate and legal personality, again that will be talking about the separate legal entity concept. है ना? In that, for an example, suppose you are starting a company, so that will be a separate entity. So how the identification can be done and what are the clause, the differentiations about that will be dealt over here. Then we will learn about what is the process of forming a company. Okay, the formation and the constitution of the company, how the company is getting formed. Then we will look forward. Okay, now the company is formed. So what are the ways the company can raise or have the fund? So sometimes they go to the DAP, sometimes they go to the equity.
Equity.
Okay.
Mm.
So we will be learning the portion or what those things would be having an impact from the legal context. Okay.
Okay.
Then we will be learning about the corporate administration, how the corporate administration should done. Suppose you are going to hold a meeting, annual general meeting, Hana? So what is the policies? What are the notice period that all we should know? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then we will learn about the corporate fraud. What is the difference between the fraud and error? And then we will look around what it could happen and what are the things and what are the consequences of it. Okay. And then we will learn the last portion, which is there about the insolvency. Are we on the same page till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that you wanted to speak about? So if I try to know what is in suitable time from for both of you for the classes,
Um, Evening, if we could do slightly later, like 5 to 7 would be okay.
5 to 7
Yeah,
evening.
yeah. Actually, I would like it to be in the evening because I'm not exactly sure of what my job timings will be. So if it's in the evening, whatever happens there, the class won't get affected by that.
So when you're joining, Dant?
Uh, Mostly by 1st July. For no, sorry, not 1st July, what I'm saying. By like sometime this month, I will be joining. I don't know exactly when, but just in case that happens earlier than I planned, I don't want the class to get, I will have to tell you to move the class. So if you could just have it in the evening from before only, that won't happen.
Sure. So I will be keeping this by, if we could manage by this time 4 to 6, if that possible, or 5 to 7.
We can keep the 4 to 6 timing. I mean, actually, like right now, that's fine. If there's any
Hmm.
change, I'll tell you. But I think right now
Sure.
we can just go
Hmm.
this time.
So that is a new point or something I have to take care of. So we will be keeping this a smooth one. So just to ensure that, because if we are on the time and if we can follow up the time, so we would be completing the classes by 5th of July, right? So it would be like you would be having 5 to 10 days suffering. Obviously, you would be having some hard work to do, but something that can be manageable. Okay.
Got it.
Sorry, are you clear like why we are reading this paper and what we are going to study and what are the syllabus areas and how the paper will be started, or what are the questions will be there, what type of the question will be there. Ultimately,
Yeah.
have a brief idea if apart from the topic or the knowledge, have you a basic understanding how the paper would be looking like?
Yes.
Can you able to see the
Yes.
screen? I'm searching.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So your exact paper would look like this, okay? Just have a better view. So these are the different variant that you will be having. But ultimately, when we're studying at the global, so we have to look forward to the global one, okay? So when you're going to pay for the paper before the September, before August, right? So we will be using this one, okay? So foundation is accounting is basically available for those who have taken admission into the ACC before their 10th, before their 12th, okay? But we will be following this link. I don't know what is the change between the two, but ACC qualification is something that we have to follow. Can I? I think fundamental, yeah. These are the English variant which is there, the global variant. So these are the answers for the questions, and this is the question, the exam paper, right? So this is what the entries you would be having or the dashboard. This is all what you have to do. Moving ahead in the question paper. You will see the same methodology or the same structure, which that how you will be having as this paper structure. So you will not be able to see the marking over here, right and wrong, in the exam when you're giving, okay? This is not there, the right and wrong. So this is something basically when you will be selecting anything. So this will guide you when this is a right and wrong answer. So I would be asking you to have a tape on this area and then attempt the question, okay? When you would be doing this. I'm just giving you the reference how the paper would look like.
So even when you go give the exam, it will show on top this.
This will not show when you will be having the real exam. This will only show you in the specimen exam, and that will
Okay,
only
okay.
be in the very first four papers. Other than that, you won't be having in this type of issue. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is something you do not have to touch before you enter the paper. Huh? So you have to be take care of it. What at where you're clicking by the mouse, So take care of the same thing.
Mm.
This test progress will tell you about what number of the question you have attempted, what number of the question you have left. So for an example, Siddhant might be knowing this, that if there would be an issue, so they can flag this out. Okay. Once they are flagging, so this will come up to the remove flag. And by the flagging out, you would be having access to this question if you want to revisit that again. These are the number of the question, 45 question will be there in total. Okay. This 45 question will make up 70 marks of your paper. And other section that will be there for your 30 marks. So there will be 5 questions which are there. Suppose I'm currently on this question and I want to revisit the question which I have flagged mark because I just want to put some extra time because when I would be having some extra time, I want to revisit those questions again. The time remaining will be available to across all of the paper of the ACCA. So you don't need to consider yourself having a watch. This will work for you. So whenever you have to revisit on the same question, you can click on the same thing, test progress detail. It could be here, it could be downside, okay? And click on this, you will redirect you to this page, okay? Once you spend your extra 2-3 minutes, ensure that you are, or when you saw about this question, okay, you have done everything that you could have done for this question, just ensure that you are removing the flag. So this will clear on this. Are you okay with this point?
Yes.
So suppose I
Yes,
have
yes.
marked this now and I'm just skipping this question. I'm currently on third question, okay? So this will show me that I have skipped a question. This incomplete question, okay? I have completed. This will mark as an orange, okay? So this is the 2
Understood,
marks
sir.
requirement. If I just show you 1 marks requirement, how much it would be different. So can you able to read this point? Siddhant, would you like to go through it or just try it? What they're trying to look forward?
Yeah, Chad has entered into contract to supply Das with particular goods. They have agreed that the contract be on the basis of ICC in core terms and in particular the FOB term. In a FOB contract, the seller is responsible for which of the following?
So just you're having correct while reading this. I want you to know, is this a scenario-based question or simple definition term one?
This is a scenario question, right? They have given us an example scenario and then they're
Huh.
asking us to implement whatever we have learned.
So now we know that, now we know if the question would be coming for the scenario based when they are just for the requirement of the two. Or so how a sentence can be formed in the scenario. Are you clear on this point?
Yes, sir.
Now I will explain you a question from your, like how a 1 marks question would be looking like, and then I will take you to the section portion. So would it be possible for you to read it again? Samvit, would you try?
Which of the following business forms does the use of the abbreviation limited after the name of a business indicate?
So was it a theoretical based question or just something like you have to put your mind onto it? Or it was more on the scenario based question or something the
It's
theoretical based?
the theoretical based.
So was it for a 1 marks, 2 marks?
1 marks.
So have you understood what's the difference between the two?
Yes.
Now I will just quickly get you through the section B questions. Or would it be okay if we start that again? Because we are just less than a 1 minute now.
No, yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you.